everybody, I am Tony. Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, special welcome to you. Today we are going to be doing the eyeshadow palette tag. So I've never done a tag video before, but I saw this one and thought that this was all me. Like, I love eyeshadow palettes. They are like my thing. I have a wide array of them, as you will see. But, yeah, so let's get into this. I'll bring up the giveaway thing in a couple minutes, and, actually, now that I think about that, let me open up my planner really quick. I won't take long, I promise. Okay. Alright. Okay, so let's get this thing started. It says show your newest palette as number 1. This is the Strawberry Dreams palette by Lunar Beauty. This is absolutely beautiful. I've done several looks with this. I think I have 2 or 3 of them that I've put on here. But this palette is beautiful. You can mix the colors together to make even more beautiful shades. Like, this palette is really a lot more than pink and red tones like it looks like. So that is my newest palette. And then it says your oldest palette. This is my Rimmel Magnifies Jewel Rocks Edition palette. This is what I started my YouTube channel with in November or October, whatever it was, of 98, I think. Yeah, this is what I started my channel with. I was using these type of palettes from the drugstore. Not that there's anything wrong with these. They still sell this. You can see, like, I definitely put a dent in some of these. Some of them still look fairly brand new. None of them look new, but fairly brand new. But this was definitely, this is an old favorite for me. Next one is show your most expensive palette, and I'm just going to put up the Norvina 1. I have the Norvina 2 and the Norvina 3. They're all the same price. They're $60, so that's the most expensive thing I have in my collection. This looks like this. It is so freaking beautiful. I'd like to get the Norvina 4, but we'll get to that later. I'm not in a hurry for that. It is what it is. Okay, so the next one is my most affordable palette. This is Wet n Wild. Now, I have pretty much every palette that Wet n Wild comes out with, so I have all of them. I just randomly picked one because they're all the same price. They run, I think, for $7.99 or $8.99, one of the two. Either way, they're really affordable. If you use them right, you can do some awesome looks that'll last on your eyes and look great for a really long time. I mean, these are actually good shadows, believe it or not. I know some people like to down Wet n Wild because it's like the cheapest you can get at the pharmacy and stuff, but it's actually really good products. So, show your everyday palette. This is the Violet Voss Donut palette. And I'm going to take the plastic out of here because it's disgusting by now. But this is what this palette looks like. If you look at it, like, I use these shimmers in here constantly. I've hit pan on this one. I almost hit pan on this one. I almost hit pan on this one. And this one I'm getting there. I use all the other colors too when I need them. So this is my most go-to palette. Okay, show your smallest palette. This is my Natasha Denona Mini Gold palette. It looks like this. It's a little teeny tiny palette, but it has enough colors in it to make a few looks. I think the e.l.f. ones are a little bit too much so that you can only make one look with them, but these are a little more versatile where you could make 2 looks or 3, maybe even more than that if you try. So that is my smallest palette. My biggest palette. This is my biggest palette. It's the Moschino Sephora collaboration. That is the laptop palette. I'll open it like this for you guys. It has all these colors, and then there's a little scrubby thing where you can clean your brushes if you so choose to. But this is actually a really cool palette. I love using it. There was a little bit of drama over when this came out, but it's a really good palette regardless. I'm happy with it. Anyway, the next one is show a palette with the best memory. And I have 2. Okay, I don't know if anybody's going to know what these are, honestly. These 2 are Urban Decay palettes from like 1990? No, not 1990, 2010. Around then. Yeah, about that. So, if you look, I used this one. The thing is broken, but I used the living heck out of these 2 palettes. They are my first high-end palettes ever, and I'll never get rid of them, ever. This, I mean, I didn't really get big into makeup right after I got these, but this was my kind of introduction to expensive makeup, were these. So this is definitely my best memory palettes. Next one is show a palette that's worth the hype. Jeffree Star Jawbreaker. This palette looks like this. Jeffree Star's products are always hyped up no matter what they are, and this one, for me, you can make any look out of this palette pretty much. Or if you have another palette that's really small and you need to pull in something else to make a look final, this will do it for you. I absolutely love this palette, and it's just amazing. So that is my palette that's worth the hype. Show a palette that's not worth the hype. This is the Celestial Thunder palette, which is by Dominique Cosmetics, and it looks like this. It's almost brand new. I've used it a few times. This is like the Celestial Storm palette, but it's missing 2 shades. I think 2 or 4. I'm not sure. But this was supposed to be like the other one, and it missed the mark. Really, really missed the mark. You can only do so much with this palette. Like, you have to have another palette. And it's 8 shades. Like, you would think you could do more than a look or 2 out of it. And then this shade right here where my finger is really underwhelming. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Just not, doesn't make me happy. Okay. Most colorful palette. This is the James Charles Morphe palette. This is definitely my most colorful palette. This is the mini one. so I got a mirror. That is, I do have a lot of really colorful palettes, but that one has more tones in it than the other ones. So, show your favorite palette from your favorite brand. So I'm going to do this for right now. This is the Pastels Mint by Huda Beauty. This is like the Pastel Obsessions or whatever in mint. This is my favorite palette right now. And I love Huda. Like, Huda and Violet Voss are like right next to each other for me. I love them both. And then my most used palette, the Flamingo by Violet Voss. It looks like this. You can see I've done some damage to this palette. I've done a lot more damage than it looks like. I cleaned it not too long ago, so that's why it looks so good. But this palette is beautiful, and you can do amazing things with it. It just makes me really happy to use it, especially in the summertime and all that stuff. It's so much fun. Okay, so as far as the giveaway goes, real quick, I want you guys to put down the red balloon emoji, and then tell me if this emoji is creepy or not. Really, because I haven't decided yet. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Wherever you guys are, whatever time of day it is, I hope you're having a great one. I love you guys very, very much. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.